Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you are doing well. I'm your maths teacher, Miss Aisha Haroon. Today we are going to start Chapter 12, Three-Dimensional Solids. Let's understand the term dimensions with the help of the given table. In the first row, dimensions are mentioned. No means no dimension, 1D means one-dimensional, 2D means two-dimensional, and 3D means three-dimensional. So students, when you draw a point in your notebook, you can see that it is not in either direction. Therefore, it has no dimension. But when you draw a line in your notebook, you can see that it can be either horizontal or vertical. Therefore, we need one dimension to measure it, and that is length. And when you draw a complete figure in your notebook, you can see that you need two different lines, and therefore we need two different dimensions to measure it. One is length and the other one is breadth. Here we have taken an example of a rectangle in a plane. And now 3D. So, everything which happens in reality or which is there around you, that is three-dimensional. So, for a shape, a solid shape, we need three dimensions: length, breadth, and height. You can understand the term three-dimensional with the help of 3D cartoon movies as well. You might have watched a television and you see that everything is there within the television because that is two-dimensional. But when you wear 3D glasses to watch a 3D cartoon movie, you feel that everything is happening around you or in reality. That is because of the third dimension. Students, today we are going to learn about different three-dimensional solids. The first one I have taken here is a cube. A cube is formed by 6 identical square surfaces. Identical means similar. As a cube is formed by 6 similar square surfaces, therefore all the surfaces of a cube occupy equal area, and all the edges of a cube are equal in length. What is the meaning of edge? Edge is the outer boundary of a cube. So as a cube is formed by 6 identical square surfaces, therefore all the edges of a cube are equal in length. Please look at the diagram of a cube so that we can label different parts of a cube. Edge, vertex. Vertex is the corner. Surface. This is one of the 6 surfaces of a cube. Let me tell you the examples from the daily life. Dice and ice cubes. So these are the examples of a cube from our daily life. So here we have a cube. A cube has 8 vertices, 6 surfaces, and 12 edges. A cube has 8 vertices. What does that mean? Vertices is actually the plural of vertex. And vertex is the corner. So we have 8 corners or 8 vertices in a cube. Let's count them together. Please look at the figure. So this is the first vertex. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 8 vertices in a cube. Now let's count the surfaces. So here we have the first surface in a cube, which is the upper one. Then the lower surface, number 2, and then the rightmost surface of a cube. Left one, let's count it 4. Okay, now the back one or the rear one, that is 5th. And this is the front one is the 6th surface of a cube. So we counted 6 surfaces of a cube. Now let's count the edges in a cube. So this is the first edge. Edge means the outer boundary, or we can say the line between the two vertices. Second edge, third one, and the fourth one. So we counted all the horizontal edges of a cube from the upper surface. Now let's count the vertical edges of a cube. So this is the 5th one, 6th one, 7th, and 8th. Now let's count the horizontal edges of the lower surface of a cube. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we have 12 edges in a cube. Now we are going to learn about the second three-dimensional solid, which is sphere. So what is a sphere? A sphere has a round surface whose all points on its outer surface are at an equal distance from a fixed point called center. As you can see in the figure, center is labeled. So this is the center, and all the points on the outer surface of a sphere are at an equal distance from this fixed point, which is called a center of the sphere. Now, the distance from the center to the points on the sphere is called the radius of the sphere. As you can see in the figure, radius is labeled like this. So this is the radius, that is the distance from the center of the sphere to the points on the outer surface of the sphere is called the radius of the sphere. Now I would like to add examples from our daily life. Football, earth. So these are the examples from our daily life. Students, now please take out the second page of your math book and look into the table of contents. Now please search for the page number given for chapter 12, three-dimensional solids. Okay, after checking out chapter 12, we are going to look for exercise 12.1. I hope everybody has taken out exercise 12.1. So the question number 1 is, write the name of the different parts of given solids. And in the first part, which solid is it? Can you recognize it? Yes, it is cube. And which solid is given in the second part? Yes, it is sphere. Now please label the different parts of these two solids because we've already covered these two solids in the lecture. I hope you can do it very well. The third three-dimensional solid is a cuboid. A cuboid is formed by 6 identical rectangular surfaces. Identical means similar. Therefore, a cuboid is formed by 6 similar rectangular surfaces. Please recall a rectangular shape in your mind. All the sides of a rectangle which are opposite to each other are equal in length. Therefore, the opposite edges and the surfaces in a cuboid are equal. Edge means the outer boundary. Please look at the figure. This is the edge, the corner of a cuboid, which is named as vertex. And this is one of the 6 surfaces in a cuboid. Now I would like to add some examples from daily life. Book, brick. So these are the examples of a cuboid from our daily life. A cuboid has 8 vertices, 6 surfaces, and 12 edges. Now let's count the 8 vertices in a cuboid. Vertices is the plural of vertex, which means we are going to count 8 corners of a cuboid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So a cuboid has 8 vertices. Now let's count the 6 surfaces of a cuboid. First is the upper one, the lower surface, the rightmost, and the leftmost, the back one or the rear surface, and now the sixth one is the front surface of a cuboid. So a cuboid has 6 surfaces. Now let's count the 12 edges in a cuboid. Edge means the boundary of a cuboid or the distance between the two vertices. Now we are going to count the horizontal edges from the upper surface of a cuboid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are going to count the vertical edges in a cuboid. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we are going to count the horizontal edges from the lower surface. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So a cuboid has 12 edges. Another three-dimensional solid is a cylinder. The upper or lower circular top of the cylinder is called base. Please look at the figure. So this is the base. The round surface is called the curved surface of the cylinder. So this is the curved surface of the cylinder. And then the distance between the two parallel circular surfaces is known as height. And the radius of the upper or lower circular top of the cylinder is actually the radius of the cylinder. Now I would like to add the examples from daily life. Juice can and candle are the daily life examples of the last three-dimensional solid which we are going to learn today is cone. The lower circular top of the cone is called its base. Please look at the figure. This is the base of the cone. How is cone formed? A cone is formed by a curved surface that slopes up from a round flat base to a point called vertex. Please look at the figure. This is the vertex. And how is cone formed? It is formed by a curved surface that slopes up from a round flat base to a point called vertex. The distance between the center of the base and the vertex is called height. Please look at the figure and concentrate. See, this is the height because it is the distance between the vertex and the center of the base. The distance of the vertex from any point on the boundary of the circular base is called slant height. So this is the slant height of the cone. The radius of the base is called the radius of the cone. Please look at the figure. This is the radius of the cone. Now I would like to add some examples from our daily life. Birthday cap. So birthday cap is a real life example of cone. And an ice cream cone. Dear students, please take out your books, open the second page of your book, and now please look into the table of contents and search for the page where your chapter 12 starts. Please take out exercise 12.1. So, question number 1 is, write the name of the different parts of given solids. I hope you have completed the first and the second part. Can you recognize the three-dimensional solid which is given in first part? Yes, it is a cube. And can you recognize the three-dimensional solid given in second part? Yes, it is a sphere. So, which solid is there below cube? Yes, it is a cylinder. And which solid is there next to it? Yes, it is a cone. And can you recognize the last solid? It is a cuboid. So students, I hope. Okay, thank you students. Take care. Allah Hafiz.